guys, welcome to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be doing a story time of what happened last night. And for anyone who doesn't know, my car got flooded last night during Hurricane Ida. I live in New Jersey, so we had really bad rain. It caused a lot of flooding. The location I was at was very bad, like it was very downhill. So all the water started like pooling up pretty much where I was at. So to start off the story, this all started at work. So I was at work until 8 p.m. that day, and I kind of wish that they had let us out earlier, because if I had left work earlier, I might have been able to avoid this whole story that I'm about to explain. So pretty much that day, I didn't take my car. My boyfriend had to come pick me up at work, and we were already getting a lot of alerts at work that there was a flash flood warning. But I typically get those because I do live in an area that floods a lot, so I didn't take it so serious at first because I didn't know how bad it was. I was at work all day, so I wasn't really able to be on my phone, check out the weather, the news. So he came and picked me up. It was 8 o'clock, and we started to drive off, hoping, to go home. Because like I said, we didn't think it was that serious or that it was, bad outside. So as soon as he got there, he told me, he was like, yeah, I had to drive through a lot of pools of water to get here. And automatically hearing that, my anxiety was like at the top. Like my anxiety was crazy. So I get in the car and we're driving home. The drive was supposed to be like 15 to 20 minutes. And since I am in an area that floods, it's so hard to get home. So that was already another thing. And we're driving home, and we reached this one area that has a very big pool of water, and it's obvious that it's big because we saw cars drive by it. And, automatically I was like, let's stop here. Like, we're not going forward because the car's gonna flood. And we waited. We let 2 cars go in front of us just to see if they were able to make it before we try to make it, knowing that I'm in a sedan, I'm in a small car, so I had like no luck with it at all. I didn't even have a chance to go past that pool of water. So we saw 2 cars go and they got stuck. So we decided to try go around because there was like some type of like complex, and they had like a driveway thing that leads out another way. So we turned into that, and we were able to get around this whole pool of water. So we completely avoided that. And then literally 2 minutes after, we're about to get onto the highway that wasn't flooded yet. And there was a big pool of water in front, so we tried doing the same thing where we like go around. So as we're about to make a U-turn to our right, we land in a massive pool of water, like bigger than the pool that was in front of us. Like we would have been better off just going in straight instead of trying to make this U-turn. So we try to do this U-turn, and automatically we're gassing it, like completely gassing the car, and we get stuck. So I wasn't driving, my boyfriend was driving. So he tried to go up on the curb just to avoid being in the water, because at least like, even if we don't save the car, we're not in water, so we could sit in the car or anything. And half the car was on the curb and the rest of the car was in the water. And I am not even kidding, I could not have opened that door. The water would have started seeping into the car, like it was bad. So we kept trying, he tried to push it forward and it just was not going, and we had to leave the car. Like we ran out, we didn't want to risk our life. So we took all of our belongings, pretty much bags and phones and the main things, car keys, house keys, and we ran to whatever was nearby. And luckily for us, we got to a Home Depot. But we didn't know how bad of an idea it was to stay at this Home Depot. Throughout this video, I'm going to be inserting clips of each thing that I'm talking about, just to give a visual of what it really looked like, because it's one thing to explain, but to actually see it. So we run into this Home Depot, and all the workers are looking at us crazy because we walk in like soaked, like my shoes were all wet. I was in my work clothes, so I was in like slacks and a button up. I had no jacket. I looked crazy pretty much. And we get there and we're chilling. We go to the bathroom and stuff, like get ourselves like situated, warmed up, because it was freezing outside also, being soaked. And I'm in the bathroom, literally by the hand dryers, just drying off my clothes. They were not drying up at all. Had water in my shoes, like literally a puddle of water. And so we're walking around the store just trying to like pass time, because we had to find a way to get back home. My car was, in that moment, it was flooded. We knew it was done. There was no saving it. There was no putting that shit in rice. Like, no, there was nothing. So we're walking around Home Depot, and I think we were there for about an hour before this happened. Water started coming inside Home Depot, like a lot of water, like literally it was ankle deep, like it was crazy. So at first it started off small. Some aisles didn't have water, but within time, the whole entire store had water. Like, you could not walk anywhere. And so it got to the point that it was ankle deep. And once it started getting a little bit higher, the employees started trying to close the floodgates, which is basically just the doors that they have. And they have multiple doors because it is a Home Depot. And, you know, it was all cool. You know, it was closed. Water wasn't coming in so fast. It was still coming in, but it wasn't like at a fast rate or anything. So we're standing on top of some higher ground, like on top of a toilet, you know, those type of things, like whatever they had. You know how like Home Depot is, they have like sections of like appliances and stuff. So we're pretty much just on higher ground. And the water was getting to our knees. I started panicking. I was like, I wanted to cry. I like wish I never went to work. Like, I was off. Like, it was off. Like, the whole thing was so scary. Like, I woke up that day in a really, really bad mood, and I had no idea why. Like, I spent the whole day at work in a bad mood, and now I know why. After that happened, the water was still coming in, whatever. Some people that were there wanted to leave, and this is where everything became hectic. So they opened the door for these people to leave, but these people did not understand that them leaving was not an option. Like, it was not a good idea. So outside, we were looking through the windows to see what it looked like outside. Cars literally had water like above their tire. Like, there's no driving through that. No matter what car you got, like, there's no driving through that. And that was the whole entire parking lot. Like, that wasn't even just like the front entrance, it was the whole parking lot. So these people try to leave, and the employees open the gates. And let me tell you, they could not close those gates right after. So pretty much the doors broke because of the current that was outside, because it was that bad. And the water just started gushing in like crazy, like so much water. It filled up so quick. Like, at one point I was standing on top of some like tables. So pretty much it was like a stack of them, like the fold up ones. And then it got so bad I was standing on top of a toilet. And then after that I was like on top of some like counter, pretty much like a vanity thing. And after that, it was just getting so bad that they tried to have everyone leave. So they were telling everyone to go to the front. We all had to get into the water. The water was disgusting. It was freezing. It was just nasty. Like, and imagine being in fully clothed, walking into that dirty water. Like, I don't wish that upon anybody. I need some coffee. I'm getting stressed. Whatever, we're walking to the front, you know, I'm stepping over shit on the floor. Like, I'm literally tripping in this water. Like, I'm trying not to like get my bag wet, so I'm holding my bag in the air. Marco has my phone. Like, we're just trying to not like keep all our belongings that we need, like in case of an emergency, like to get an Uber or get a ride home. Like, we're trying to keep that safe. And so everyone's walking to the front. They got like a rope because they were trying to leave. And we could not get out because the current was so strong that it just kept, like, more water kept coming in and just pushing you back. So we were kind of upset about the fact that now we're more wet than we were originally. Like, literally the water was, at that point, it was below my waist. So my whole, like, all my pants, like, my pants were fully wet. And so now we're walking back, trying to get to higher ground. And next to us, there's a little Dunkin' Donuts, and I guess they had some type of like electric stuff there. I don't know if it was like a vending machine or something. It just starts making noises. Like, it sounds like something's getting electrocuted. Like, yo, in that moment, I thought the water was gonna become electric. Yo, it was scary. So this is going off. You know, there's a girl next to me panicking, like literally, like she's like, we're gonna die, we're gonna die. And I'm over here panicking in my mind, trying to stay calm and just like collected, because, you know, it's gonna be fine, but like, you know, you're in that situation, you know, it's scary. So this is going off, and I'm like, fuck, you know, I gotta find like a higher ground. I gotta stand on something so I'm not in water. So we go back to the like vanity thing, the like whatever that thing is in the bathroom, where the sink is. It's like a sink. Yeah, we'll call it a sink or cabinet. And so we're on top of it, and the water's still going higher and higher and higher. No one knows what's going on. The employees are in the front of the store talking and trying to get things situated. They're all scared. Like, they don't know what to do. Like, no one knows what to do. You got some people that were sitting like in carts just chilling like on their phone. And then there's like a group of people that are all friends, so they're all just making jokes. Like, and then there's me, like just in the middle of this whole store, like stressing out, having no idea what the hell's going on. Like, I just wanted to cry. Like, I just wanted to cry. I wanted to be home and I wanted to cry. So whatever, the water's going up, and eventually it's getting to the point where it's like above my waist. And I'm like really real life panicking. I'm looking around the store trying to find somewhere that I could stand on, literally planning ahead in case it gets higher, and just looking for like places to go and climb and try to like get on top of, because I was just so stressed out. So we get off the vanity and we're walking around and we're talking to some of the employees like, yo, do you think we could get out through the side door maybe? Like, you know, maybe it's not bad there and like, you know, it's possible to get out. But we didn't want to open like any doors. We just thought maybe the water would be lower there to like, you know, obviously not be in like neck deep water or anything. So we talked to the employee and one of the employees comes up to us and he's like, we got to get to higher ground. So you guys need to start climbing the shelves. So in Home Depot, obviously they have a lot of merchandise and they have these really big shelves that almost reach the ceiling, and we had to get on like the second level of that. So we had to do some climbing, and sitting up there, I was just like, wow, like this is really happening right now. Like I've never had an experience like this. Like this is something you see in movies. This isn't something that like happens on a daily basis. Like New Jersey does not flood like that. Like it was crazy. And so we just sit there trying to keep it cool. And at this point we've been in the store for almost like 3 to 4 hours, I would say, I'm not sure. And the firefighters end up getting there. So the employees that were there like near us, they were like, oh, if you guys want to get out right now, like you have to get in the water. The firefighters are here with a truck. An army truck. They were outside with an army truck. So we had to get into the water and it was disgusting. It was a lot colder than it had been originally when we were in it. And also because we had been sitting out like fully soaked, waiting just like on a shelf. At this point, the water was like almost like around here, I believe. But that was with me on my tippy toes. And we were walking through the water. Everyone was staying together to try and like, you know, not get lost and to just all be able to go all together. And yo, in that moment I was so happy. Like I was like, wow, like this really happened. Like we're really like getting rescued by a fire, like whatever that was. I don't even know if it was firefighters or I don't know what it was, but a rescue team literally had to come and take us out of the store. Like what? So then we're all walking to the front. I'm tripping over stuff again because there's appliances literally everywhere, microwaves, like boxes, just anything you could think of floating around. And we end up getting to the front. The firefighters or the rescue team, they're helping people get into the truck or the army truck. And the water outside was a lot higher than it had been inside. And I was so thankful that we didn't try to leave that Home Depot because we would have probably drowned. So everyone's getting in this truck and we're all crouching down because they have to literally drive through all this water to take us to like higher ground. And I'm looking around and there's SUVs literally fully underwater. Like the only thing you could see is like a little bit of the roof. And then I'm looking out to the side because that's where my car had been left. I did not see my car. My car is a submarine. Like it is underground. It is under the water. Like it's done up. We're driving to higher ground and they end up leaving us at like some corner. It was very weird. I did not think they would just leave us in some random place because it was still raining a little bit and it was very cold. It was like 60 degrees. And after being soaked in water and stuff, like it was freezing. We started walking over to the Bank of America and luckily for us, we were able to get inside because there was no other places nearby that were open. We had to sit in there for a good like 2 hours, maybe more. I don't know. I lost track of time, to be honest. Like everything that happened felt like it went by so slow. Like it was never ending, like literally. We're all just standing there, like us, the people from Home Depot that were with us, like the employees and just like customers. We're all just standing inside of Bank of America, just soaked and just freezing, like trying to figure out how we're getting home. We tried calling a Lyft. We tried calling an Uber. Uber was like $80. And after waiting there for about a good like 2-3 hours or however long it might have been, we finally were able to get a ride. And honestly, like after we left that Bank of America, like I just wanted to cry. Like I was so relieved that I was going home. Like it had been almost like 1 or 1:30 in the morning that we got picked up. So it was late. We were hungry, we were tired, we were cold. And the first thing I did, I got into the car. I did not say a word. I was shaking. I was just ready. I was done. Like, I made sure to record the whole thing because it was crazy. Like, it was unbelievable that it happened. Like, and you know, I wanted to document that just to show people how bad it was, because it's like words could only do so much. And luckily for us, you know, everything was okay. Like, you know, we got rescued and we were able to get home safely. Everything that happened was crazy. I don't wish this upon anybody. I really wish it never happened. And it was super scary. I'm not happy about it. But throughout the whole thing, I did lose my car, and right now I'm not like financially stable place to buy a new car, because, you know, cars are expensive. So I decided to start a GoFundMe, and that's not something I normally would do, but given the circumstances, I felt like right now was an appropriate time for it. You know, I need a car to go to work, to literally do anything, and it's like, I hate to ask for help, but during times of need, it's like you gotta resort to whatever you can. And, you know, anything's appreciated, even if you just share, like, anything would help. But all I'm gonna say is I am super thankful that me and Marco are alive, that, you know, we're home and we're safe, and everything that happened is finally done. So that's it for today's video. I know this one is a little sad, but I really wanted to explain what happened last night because I can't even believe it happened. So if you guys did like this video, drop a like, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Weezy out of here.